Hey, Cowern here, and welcome back to Digimon World. Wanted to say sorry about last episode. That was kind of, I don't know, all over the place between the episode recording messing up the first time and not really having a clear idea of what I wanted to do other than run around Friezeland and hope that my guy passes out. But now, as you can see, we did get Elecmon. Um, yeah, right now he's just got Static Elect, Muscle Charge, and Dynamite Kick. Which, for reference, by the way, in order to get Elecmon from Sunamon, you have to make sure that his offense and speed have to be his highest stats. So, for the most part, you can just train at that little, like, punching tree thing down there. Because that does offense and speed. But, get, like, offense to 100 or so, and then, like, run off to the track here and just boost his speed up a bit more from there. Whereas, on the other hand, Penguinmon, I believe, is the other one you can get from Sunamon. And for him, you need to do defense and brains, so pretty much just training at the punching glove. And if you want to, you can go up and do the little classroom training for extra brains. Yeah, so as far as the air type abilities go here, yeah, Static Elect was the only one I was ever able to really pick up with Patamon. So now what I can get is, I forget the exact order of which ones are which, but I can get, the one that I'm missing out on is Spinning Shot, which I think is number 2 here. That's the one that shoots out like 3 projectiles. But the next ones I can get the Electric Cloud thing, Megalaspark, and Air Cutter, which is like that disc attack. So all 3 of those I can get pretty easily, I think. But first I gotta get my guy Battle ready to actually go fight some stuff. So I got about like 2 or 3 days to do that before I have to try to turn him into Nanimon. Which actually... yeah, let me go save real quick actually. I might actually go off screen for a moment and see if I can just scold the crap out of my guy and see if that turns him into Nanimon now. 'Cause I get the feeling it's not as simple as I think it is. Because I think I've actually tried to get him before, and like it didn't turn out to be as easy as I thought. Let me just check and make sure. Alright. Oh, of course. This guy, I waited for the hour to tick over to see if he needed anything, and he didn't. But as soon as I walk into Digimon's house, suddenly he's hungry. Any chance you're full on a Digimushroom? No, of course not. If you do one more then. I'm gonna have to go out and get Digimushrooms as I go out fighting anyway. Right, now he's full. Alright, so we're actually gonna hit the save machine here, yes. I don't really need to register him now, so just save. Alright, and I will be back in a bit, because now I'm just gonna scold the crap out of my guy and see where it gets me, so I'll see you in a few. Alright, I'm back. So, I did confirm that praising unnecessarily increases their happiness and reduces their discipline, and scolding unnecessarily lowers their happiness and raises their discipline. So, it is, both of them are just a normal left to right progression. So, left is 0%, right is 100%. Although, both of them do like a double gauge thing, so. So yeah, that doesn't work just scolding the crap out of your guy, because then he'll have max discipline and no happiness. But then I was thinking about it, and whenever I've had to run away from a fight, I've noticed that has negative effects, and that has negative effects on both bars, actually. So what you want to do, if you want to try to get Nanimon with the 0% happiness, 0% discipline, and then scold him to get him to evolve, then what you want to do is just run away from a bunch of fights. Just keep running away. It seems to actually have a slightly greater effect on their discipline gauge, so you want to try to get like their happiness and discipline around the same level, but happiness maybe a little bit higher, and or rather happiness a little bit lower, since that doesn't get affected quite as much. And also keep in mind that like during that time, if your guy gets hungry, every time you feed him, his happiness is gonna go up. But yeah. So basically, just run away from a bunch of battles, and then once their happiness and discipline are both down to 0, you scold him, and bam, just like that, he evolves into Nanimon. And as far as I can tell, he doesn't get a stat reduction, but he doesn't get the stat bonus of evolving either. Because Nanimon is a champion, but I don't know if it actually. I'm actually not even 100% sure if you can only get him from a rookie. You might be able to get him from other champions too. Because I know, like with Sukumon, for example, just as any form whatsoever, as long as their virus gauge reaches max, then they turn into Sukumon. But yeah, so that's how you get Nanimon. Run away from a bunch of fights, scold them, done. Yeah, so we got like a couple days, like 2 or 3. I think 3. It's usually when they're like 4, I think, that they evolve. So I got a couple days to try to train this guy up quick and go out and learn some of the air abilities before I turn him into Nanimon. So let's see. We'll head over to the training area at least and just get started. Normally I cut out these little training sections, but considering this is pretty much what the episode's going to be. But what do we got right now? Offense is already at 100. And yeah, I already have Muscle Charge and Dynamite Kick on him. Which, yeah, Dynamite Kick's relatively cheap. Gonna have to get his brains up a bit to actually get commands. Yeah, let's just start working on probably brains. I mean, I need to get his defense up too, but and hey, if we're lucky, maybe he'll learn an attack while he's doing training on the classroom. But yeah, so at least now I know for a fact how to get Nanimon, and know for a fact that I can get him. Yeah, speaking of Nanimon, actually, technically, I guess his name is supposed to be Nanimon, as far as the pronunciation goes, because his name is based on the Japanese word nani, which some people who watch anime and whatnot probably know. That's basically like, you know, a sort of like what, like a sort of bewilderment. Yeah, I mean, like that's the reason for the name, and then like I mean, you look at his design, and that's probably the first thing you think of is like, what the hell is this guy? And then his actual design is apparently based on there's a Tamagotchi, which I already forgot its name. I think it's, yeah, screw it, I forget the actual name, but if I remember correctly, the name for it is basically like Japanese for old man. And that's basically what it is. It's just like this little round, kind of human-esque looking face with, it's like balding on top, but has a little bit of hair on the sides, and has like a big like handlebar mustache or something. And that's basically what Nanimon's like, except with sunglasses and he's all muscular and crap. Oh, Marimon, you do offense and brains, if I remember correctly. I got plenty of cash, so. I should be good with hot curry, I think. now he's sleepy. So we go to sleep, and I'm standing inside of the counter. Yeah, we'll just sleep. I'll save the next time he goes to sleep. So now, how old is he? 2? So that should give us about 2 more days we can train. I'll probably train for like this one day. I'll try to keep running into the restaurant to keep him from getting tired. Which actually, that's another thing. If I remember correctly, while they're in their fresh and in training stages, it's impossible for them to get tired. I mean, like, they usually sleep so much anyway, but like the actual tiredness of, status when they get the little like sweat drop over their head, I'm pretty sure that just never happens. Like, even if you do nothing but training and don't even bother to go to the bathroom or anything like that. So that's one of the reasons why, well, I think one of the reasons why they do that is just to encourage you to do like nothing but training while they're in those 2 forms. Because those are the 2 forms that, aside from feeding them and getting them to go to the bathroom, you don't have to worry about them getting tired from training. Didn't he literally just eat? Why is he hungry again already? Oh, that's right, he ate and then slept. Shouldn't really have to worry about tiredness already, but I'll run over and grab him some curry or something. Or ramen, rather, that's the first one. Or if Nanimon there, then whatever his options were. It's so weird when you have a Digimon and like you run past him in the city. So like, I got my Elecmon, you go running past the Elecmon, it's already standing around the city. You full? Good. Let's go. Yeah, something kind of interesting to note in this, you got like your standard running around here and everything, but apparently you can actually make them walk. But the weird thing is that like the cancel button in the game is the same as the menu button. So like you can't just like hold triangle while you're running and start walking. You actually have to open the menu by hitting triangle, then press and hold triangle again to close the menu, and then you're walking. Like while you're holding triangle. And then you let go and you're running again. But it's like you have to open the menu in order to make them just walk instead of run. It's weird. So some of the older PlayStation games, they set it up like, well, 1999, this should have been analog compatible. Because now, what they did with a lot of games was they'd set it so that the D-pad would make you walk, and then like by default, and the analog stick by default would make you run. But I don't remember if this game actually had analog stick compatibility. I mean, on the PS3 now, it's not working immediately. So, unless there's a setting for it that I'm just not enabling right now. And now he's hungry again already. Good God, man. Stop eating so much. Wasting all this precious time to run over to the restaurant and back. That's why I wish you could just order meals to go from the restaurant. Just get them as an item in your inventory. Like, even if you have to pay a little extra for it, it'd be fine. Yeah, if I didn't turn Elecmon into Nanimon, then I believe the things he can normally turn into are, well, I know one of them's Leomon. I think Bakumon is another one. Alright, and I believe there's 2 others he can turn into. this. Yeah, so Leomon, Bakumon, and something. I think one of them's maybe Kakatorimon. I forget what the other two are, but I know for a fact, well, obviously Leomon's right there on the chart. And then Bakumon and whatever other two. Yeah, you can see now his gauges, his happiness is like considerably higher than his discipline. So probably before I start running away from battles, I'll probably just go scold the crap out of him to balance them out a bit. Keep doing the classroom training until he hits 100. Oh, come on. Yeah, usually if you learn a skill from like classroom training or from Cherrymon training or whatever, it usually happens at like a threshold of like 100 or 150 or something. Or rather a 50 or 100. Because you know, like Dynamite Kick I think I got when I went over one. Well, not 150, but like something 50. Probably like 350 or something. And that was when I was training at Cherrymon. Alright, so I got the attack order now. And I gotta go work on defense, right? Yeah, definitely. And that'll boost his brains a little bit more. Now he's hungry again. Oh my god. I kind of hope that Tyranimon's there so I can get a defense boost instead of offense. So that'll give me, what, defense and speed? I already have offense and brains both up to 100. I just need to work on defense, and speed needs a little bit more. Come on, Tyrannomon. I'm not sure if it's totally random or if it's like certain times a day. Marimon. Right, let's test that real quick. As much as I hate to waste time when I'm kind of on a restrictive schedule right now. We'll bounce out and back in one more time. And then regardless of who it is, I'll just go eat whatever. And still Marimon. Hot curry. And we're good. Back to training and defense for the rest of the day, and then let him sleep. And then we might... he's probably still... Yeah, he's still kind of low on HP and MP, but I got plenty of healing items, and I don't think there's anything in the area that can like potentially one-shot him. The only possible concern with that is, I forget. I know the Madoki Betamon occasionally uses that like thing where they spit water at you, and from what I recall, that like hurts a surprising amount. So that's the only real thing I'm concerned about. I mean, like they use it kind of rarely, I think, but still, it'd suck if I had to waste a restore over something like that. Hungry again, Jesus. Probably don't even have time to hit the restaurant first, but like before he goes to sleep, I mean. We shall see. How many times is that now? Like, he's eaten like, it's probably the fourth time, I think. Usually my guys only eat like 3 times a day. So they usually eat once like right after waking up in the morning, then like maybe like halfway through the day, and then like shortly before going to bed. More curry. Since Tyrannimon's being a jerk and not showing up. So yeah, I think it might be certain times a day. I wasn't really paying attention to what time it was when Tyrannomon was there before, but it seems like he just like showed up like in between shifts, like with Marimon. Because I think Marimon was there earlier in the day, and then Tyrannomon popped in the one time, and then it was Marimon the rest of the day. Damn it. Literally the second I examine the sign, he wants to sleep. Fine. I think I gotta cut the episode here anyway. Alright, so I'll go ahead and save and cut this, and I will be back in a bit with some more, so I'll see you.